All right, so ladies and gentlemen, today is Monday. Happy Monday to you. I'm not sure how I'm gonna talk about this one tonight, but we're gonna have a little bit of fun tonight right now. How was your weekend? Shit. What did you do? Who did you see? Who did you want to be? All right, so check this out, man. I need any female listener that I have, anybody that like fucking, that fucks with me on some, like real shit. If you know me, just whatever the fuck it is. I'm saying this shit to you right now, okay? I need y'all to watch this episode of Martin. Let me see if I can help you out with the name. It is called episode 13. I know I'm blind as hell. Episode 13, 1995, 12-17. Whatever the fuck that means. Yeah, 12-17, 1995. Episode 13. And I can tell this shit's gonna be short tonight because we'll see what kind of response I get if I come back and start, talking about this shit. But this one I'm about to talk about, this shit gonna be short. So anyway, I need y'all to look at Tommy and fucking Martin. I think they're called, are they the Bozaks? No, the Bozaks are with that girl on fucking that Atlanta show. What the fuck? Whatever the episode is, Martin has people following him like he's this big shot, yada, yada, yada. And Gina's like doing some shit with her IN clients. But the fucking couple, they end up being some fucking swingers. So the reason why I want to talk about this shit tonight, because I need y'all to understand something, ladies, the dynamics of men's relationship. This episode could possibly explain your man. It could possibly not. You might not understand none of this shit whatsoever. But I need you to watch this episode. Martin is really there on some clueless shit. You know why? Martin in love with his woman. He like fucking, he's like, all right, Carl, yeah, this is about business. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to this party, trying to make this shit happen. We got an opportunity. Boom, they like me. He's trying to do this shit. This is what the fuck Martin's doing. Plus, he's out the game. Martin ain't cheating on his wife. Martin love his wife. He's not in the game. He don't know the latest dance. He don't know the latest, none of that shit. All Martin is thinking about is fucking the business aspect of it. He get there. He start noticing some weird shit. His homie, Tommy's like, fuck it. I'm single. You know what I'm saying? Let's kick it. Tommy seeing some shit. Tommy like, okay, hey, man, what's going on? I ain't never been in no shit like this. Martin looking at him like, shit, I don't know, man. Just be cool. Because Tommy's supporting his boy. They partners, they boys. They gonna support each other no matter what it is. And next thing you know, this motherfucker jump on some shit with his goddamn... This fucking episode is funny, man. It's one of the funniest episodes in the world. But check it out. It's like... The whole reason why I started talking about this shit is because, ladies, sometimes, like, your partner just can't, right now, he just can't leave. He can't leave his partner like there's a whole bunch of people he don't know. You know what I'm saying? He might get drugged up, stuck up, some shit like that. So he gotta stay. That's his friend. He can't leave. Oh, shit. Tommy ain't never been in no shit like that before. So the shit is going down and the motherfucker's like, yo, Tommy, we gotta go. Tommy like, nah, fuck that. I got one bitch on my back. One got some shit around my neck. I'm about to get my freak on. Oh, shit. Ladies. Ladies. Your man come home after a night like that, and he still smell good, you better lick his balls, you better deep throat, you better do all of that shit. You need to be doing shit like that if you got you a good man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. You need to show that appreciation. Get down and dirty. Oh, man. I've been each one of these people at some point in time in my life. At one point in time or another, I've been Tommy, I've been fucking Martin to a certain extent. I just ain't been married, so I guess you could say maybe at this stage I wasn't there yet. I'm bugging, man. I'm thinking about my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who y'all are. We done had some wild times, man. You know, we done all looked each other in the eye and fucking been upset. At least I know I have. I still got a bone to pick with a certain somebody. Other than that, I'm good. I love y'all, man. I appreciate the ride that we've been on, man, because we all, we all been there for each other one way or another. I always go back, motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? I talk to my kids, man. I tell them, you know, that's your Uncle Tony this, that, and third with the rule. You know, Jason, Vontae. We be someplace, I'm like, man, me and these motherfuckers rub fucking nickels to get jumbo jacks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. I think we grown now. As I continue to talk to my partners, I just want to say this. We're adults now. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? This shit is like a real life movie. It's a real life movie. You know what I'm saying? Jason, like, it's like everybody used to kick it every day. And then, you know, you could actually tell a story of what happened when this person went away, that person went away, that person went away, what was going on between then and then. Because at a certain point in time, man, like, everybody was away. Everybody was. I feel like I'm telling a story about my friends. Oh, man, pardon me. You know what I'm going to do, y'all? I started talking about one thing. I'm going to leave that right there. Because I'm going to send this shit to them. I should just keep talking about this shit, but I want them to be in a position to rebuttal. You know, I can't just go talking about them, you know what I'm saying? Talking about kicking somebody in the nuts or some shit, without giving them a fair chance to tell me why they want to kick me in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't work like that. I'm going to face it on man to man, you know what I'm saying? Head up. Oh, man, but ladies, pay attention to that episode, man. You pay attention to that episode, you'll really find out, like, who your man is. Period, point blank. You'll find out who your man is. Just watch that episode. Or a part of him or some shit, I don't know. Man, this is crazy. You ever look back at your life like fucking, what would that be called? Like Frogger, or they came out with a new one like 4, 5, 6 years ago for like the tablets and shit, you know. There was the little pig game. There was the Crossy Roads or some shit like that, I think it was called. There was that shit. Some shit like that, or like Dig Dug. How many times you think about something and, you know, in your mind you play out a different scenario than what, you know, where you are right now? Maybe either I was like, I don't know like what's the reasoning behind it. I don't know what's the like philosophical whatever. I think I used to do it a lot. Just being honest, I think I used to do it a lot. I don't really think I do it as much. For me, like once a month. I don't know if you're like me, but you try not to live with regrets. I really, really try not to. And I guess that's why, that's kind of what birthed me talking and doing this. That's kind of what birthed it, is not wanting to live with regrets. Certain shit weigh heavy on your heart, man. It's really true. Like, your cup runneth over. You know what I'm saying? I was going through something one time, and I was going through custody. I was going through a custody with my oldest daughter, and I was going through that shit, and I was arguing with my girlfriend at the time, and like, I don't know, man, it was just a real like weird time because it was a lot going on for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it probably was some shit going on between me and my dad. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's before or after one of my best friends, Ren Gittins, passed away. It might have been around the same time, man. It was a lot. And it tripped me the fuck out because I don't think I was working out at that time. I might have been kind of like off and on doing little stuff here and there. Off and on, eating good, not eating good. Same thing like to that right there. But I felt pretty healthy. And for my job, I walked up a flight of steps. I would be at the job at least by 5:30. I'm out, somewhere at least by 6. So I walked up a little bitty flight of steps, like, I don't know, 8 steps, like a little 10, 12 step type thing. I don't know. I got to the top. I thought I was going to die. Like I was about to fucking pass out. I never felt no shit like that before. And then like later on in that week, I was walking. I felt like I couldn't breathe. Like it was all this weird shit going on. So I was fucked up is what I'm trying to say. I went to a doctor. And it was actually a doctor who had his residency in St. Thomas is what he told me. So I was like, okay, so he was cool. So I started talking to him about what I was going through. And he was like, yeah, we could prescribe you some pills that'll reset your brain. I said, what? What do you mean reset your brain? Now, I don't know anybody listening if you taking some type of pills like that. If you are, that's perfectly fine. I'm giving you my initial reaction when I first heard it. And that was, what the fuck did you just say to me? That's what I said to the guy, and he chuckled. He was like, no, not like that. But he was like, your body has, receptors, and, we all have certain levels of trauma or whatever the word it was that he said. And, this is a way to deal with it to where, you can manage it better. I looked at him and I thought of my grandmother. I thought of being on the island. I thought of, just like picking up, vegetables from the tree, planting a tree. Like all of that went through my mind. I was like, nah, I'm good. I never saw that doctor again. And I don't say that to say I don't know what it was. I wish I could tell you. I don't say that to say that it's bad. It was just that is something that's in me that's never really going to be an option for me. So I guess I would really designate, seeing what I'm seeing right now, I would have to designate somebody right now to make that determination for me if I was too pig-headed to do it. But anyway, I digress. Everything has its time, man. Everything has its time. And originally what I was saying about looking backwards and being optimistic and your cup filling up. What I'm doing right now, I thought about doing it. I started it and didn't even realize I started it maybe in June. I'm gonna go back and check and see which is what's the oldest one that I have. But I know I started a long time ago. But I was mad nervous. I was like, I couldn't come up with things. It started off with ideas for Cardio Kings, and I had so many ideas in my head, and I was trying to write them down, and it was like I was freaking going scatterbrain. So I started recording, and I started kind of like checking back, and shit, some of the things I'm doing now is shit that I was talking about doing back then. Proof that there is progress. I don't know. It's weird. I plant a seed within myself. Knowing how long it takes for certain fruits to bear and certain fruits, how long it really, really, really takes, right? But I plant all these seeds within myself. And I understand the philosophy of it's not going to just grow today and drop out the sky. But I be getting down on myself when that shit don't fucking happen, man, because I work hard. But, that's my life. That's been my life since anything I've ever wanted to do. And this is something that I want to do. I don't mind doing this. Boxing was like a chore for me. Boxing was like you fucking clean the dog shit? Yeah. Did you fucking, you do your homework? Yeah. Did you fucking, I don't know, take out the trash or wash the dishes? Yeah. Like, that's what boxing was to me. It's like, you just did that shit. Like, it wasn't no, I didn't want to do it today. It wasn't none of that shit. I just happened to be good at it. I mean, I did it every fucking day. You do something every day, the same thing every day, fucking from the age of 6 to about 17, you better know how to fucking do something. You better know how to do something if you've been doing it that fucking long. Anything in life. Message. But yeah, that's what boxing was for me. That shit was like a chore. That's why I didn't appreciate it. I had opportunities. I didn't appreciate that. I think about that sometimes. People ask me, why didn't you ever box? I thought you was going to be a champion and, all of this other stuff. When I give people my response, they look at me like I'm being 100% honest, and I think they don't believe it. Like, maybe they think I'm supposed to tell some type of story. Like, I didn't love it. I love boxing, but I didn't love the dedication it took to be a boxer. I understand it, but that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do that shit every day. I wanted to do it today and then fucking do some other shit tomorrow and then fucking do this. Like, I was into everything. I didn't want to just box. So I salute any fighter who's still doing everything that they want to do and still on top of their game in boxing, because that shit takes fucking work. You got to be a different type of machine to do that type of shit. That's why the greats are who the fuck the greats are. Period, point blank. The greats. That's why the greats are who the greats are. When they put that spotlight on your ass and you are the man in boxing, them fucking lights is hot. They're fucking hot. They are fucking hot. That shit them lights is so hot, it'll make your own family member like burn you in the fucking heat. You burning already, that motherfucker gonna burn you some more. That shit is fucking hot. But anyway, I knew I always wanted to be in the sport. I knew I always wanted to be around it. I wanted to be a part of it. But I wanted to choose my capacity in which I wanted. Here's the thing, since we were talking about, wondering about what you could have done, what you could do, this, that, and the third. I wish I would have got into the business end of boxing early. I'm torn because I definitely love the physical part. That's not the issue. I would love to train right now. Like, if my dad could train me right now 2-3 days a week, I'd be in fucking heaven right now. I love that shit. That's not the problem. But he always says my brother should have been the fighter and I should have been the promoter. That's what he always say. My brother built more like a fighter. Yeah. Oh, man. I am all over the fucking board. Yeah, I wish I'd have got into the business in the boxing. It's cutthroat, man. You gotta have thick skin to do that shit, man. You really, 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 really do. You have to be in charge of somebody getting ready to go in there and get their fucking head beat in. And then, win, lose, or draw, you are responsible for putting them in position to potentially get their head beat in. You know how much money you put into them. You know what you want to get out of it if you want to make a profit. We're not talking about break even. We're not talking about, barely paying the bills. You want to be in a position to where you can pick and choose. Why you think most trainers are the managers? They control everything. But still, at the end of the day, you control this motherfucker getting his head beat in. And when they do, you may have to put them out there again, even if you don't know if they 100%. Anybody who knows boxing, I'm going to ask you this question. As a boxing fan, what fighter do you know when you first saw them, you knew they couldn't fight anymore? They weren't on that level anymore. I want you to name that fighter. Take that fighter and put that fighter in your mind. And then ask yourself, who trained that fighter? Ask yourself who trained that fighter. Don't you think the trainer knew he was done before you did? It's about money. It's about money. He got to feed his kids. Trainer got to feed his kids. Trainer got a family too. I'm going to tell y'all a story real quick, right? I've been in Vegas for a minute. I've been in Vegas since 1997 or 98. And I want to talk about how I got here too. I ain't going to do that shit tonight though. But I've been in Vegas since then. I started going to Johnny Taco Gym. That was the first gym I really went to. I kind of love the old Johnny Taco Gym. Let me tell y'all something. It was so dusty. Like, you step down too hard and a cloud of dust would shoot up in the sky. That's how dusty that fucking gym was. But those are boxing gyms. I'm used to that shit. Stank, smell like fucking, especially when there was a lot of people in there. But it always had fighters. There was always somebody in there fucking getting ready to go fight. Like, motherfuckers, good, bad, whatever opponents, they was always in there to fucking fight. And there was always some shit going down. Somebody was always coming in. I love Johnny Tacos. From that point until today, I've seen multiple world champions. I've seen multiple title contenders. I've seen guys. I'm old enough to say I remember this guy when I was a kid, and I see him now fucking still training and fighting and shit like that. Like, I see all of that shit. There was a guy who had his entourage, a former champion, had his entourage. This motherfucker can't walk straight. I'm going to try to describe it like this. Imagine if you only walked on the outside part of your feet, okay? And like walk like that for a straight line. And then walk on the inside of your feet, okay? That's how this motherfucker walked. He was wobbling. He was fucking wobbly. He was like, okay. Couldn't walk a straight line. Do you believe the people around him were still pushing him to get one more big fight? And really sitting there like, clap, yeah, man, I think he got it. I think he got it. Like boozing his head up. Am I wrong for not saying nothing to him? First of all, I was a kid. So am I wrong for not saying something to him? Well, if I'm wrong, if his mom is alive, she's wrong. It's like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, you're not going to stop a fighter from trying to fight. And initially what I was saying, it's a dirty fucking business that most people don't really see the other side to it. Looking at that shit, it's like, yeah, fuck. I was at the gym with my dad when I was like 16, 17, 18, and he was still trying to have like exhibitions, and he might have still been fighting. Fuck. He won the title when I was like fucking 2 years old, I think. No, 1984, I think. 84, 86. I was 4, I think, when he won the title. Yep, I was 4. Because I remember when he lost it. So I think I was 4 when he won the title. June 1st, 1986. So here it is, fucking 2000, and he's still fucking fighting. Yeah, man, boxing is a interesting sport, man. But I love it because it's in my blood. And I'm happy I'm born into it. I'm happy I have this passion for it, and I'm happy I can continue to, be in the sport without directly being in the sport, because it's so dirty. I think for me to really want to train one person to that level, I don't know, man. You know how they say, people say they don't want to have kids because they don't want to bring them into this dirty world. You know what I mean? Like that type shit. That's how I feel about training someone to fight. Like, yeah, I love doing it. I would love to do it. I would love to, shelter someone, or, not guide them. That's the word. That's the pimping word. Guide someone to the championship, or guide someone, someplace. I really would want to do it, man, but it's fucking dirty, man. It's fucking dirty. I don't know if I have the patience for it. I don't know if I'm cut out for that part of the fucking dirty world. Maybe I'm entering into another dirty world that's just as dirty. That's probably true. But I think hopefully I'll be able to handle the shit, because this boxing shit is cutthroat. Ruthless, like with a fucking F, ruthless. Oh, man, I hope I still got some people with me. It's been an interesting weekend. I was so tired on Saturday. I think I went to sleep at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I ain't worked that hard in a very long time. Like physically work. I enjoyed every minute of it. But boy, did that motherfucker sap me. That shit put me fucking down. I was down, but I got up like the next day and I wanted to do that shit again. I was like, good. I felt bad. I didn't do anything Sunday, and then I ate bad. I ate bad Sunday, and just that shit was not good. Like, I got this juice in me right now. When I left the house, as soon as I got in my car, I was like, shit, you should have brought your clothes. You could just go to the fucking gym or run when you get fucking, I fell in love with this row machine. Me and this row machine got like a love-hate relationship. But what the row machine does is it allows me to sit back and relax in a like there's nobody in there. When I'm using that row machine, there's really nobody in there. You could put me in. I wish I could take that row machine and put it in the fucking like racquetball room. I would sit there and do that shit until I couldn't do it no more. I tried listening to like whatever I was listening to when I was running. Got in that shit, I would go like, yeah, but my form would be fucked up. My knees would be bouncing and the chain would be all jacked up and shit like that. The next day I came back, I said, I got to change this, but I need something super calm, super quiet, not too hype, so like it couldn't, like no R&B was working, this, that, and third. I turned it over to maybe I shouldn't say this in this day and age, but I have a playlist called Cosby Music, and the reason why I call it Cosby Music is because on the Bill Cosby show, that's the first place I ever really heard like jazz. My father didn't play that. My mother didn't play it. I didn't hear it in school. I heard it on the Cosby show. Like I fell in love with that music then. So I'm not, the biggest jazz guy, and I don't know who's the greatest and, this artist and that artist. I don't know it, but I know I like to listen to it. So Bill Cosby was the first person that introduced me into that shit, and that's why the playlist is called Cosby Music. I don't take that shit and run and say, oh, you were listening to what he was playing when he was... Man, don't come to me with that shit. I don't want to talk about that. But anyway, on the fucking row machine, I put that shit on, and it's like the room got quiet. I closed my eyes, which I was just hoping somebody I don't know come by and fucking snuff me or some shit. But I closed my eyes and I'm just on the machine and I'm just fucking rowing. Steady pace. I'm trying to keep everything steady as possible. Keep my legs the same, my arms the same, my fucking like coming down, like just one fucking steady motion all the way through. That's all I was trying to do, and I'm enjoying that shit. I really, really, really like that machine. I've never really been a big machine person. I like the Smith machine, I think. I just found out that shit is called. I've always loved that. The first time I had that shit, I was like in the 8th grade in high school. I was like, oh, this shit is dope. You could do push-ups, or fucking bench press, and you can fucking get help. I was always a skinny little motherfucker, so I was like, I could do this shit by myself, and I don't need nobody spotting me. So I fell in love with that shit. But yeah, that row shit is probably one of my favorite things right now. That and climbing the mountain. I haven't ran all the way straight yet, but that's gonna be the fucking plan. I think what I'm gonna do is, that'll be a dope fucking run. Check it out. So, anybody still listening, if you're coming up to the this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna park at the normal spot. We're going to jog around. The first lap, jog around, stop, catch yourself, walk to that half point right there, and then go up. Yeah, I think that'll work out. Man, are y'all still riding with me, man? I don't even know what the fuck is going on. I don't even know what I've said tonight, you know. I'm just over here fucking blabberstite and shit like that. Hopefully I ain't incriminate nobody. I know one thing I did talk about. Ladies, like I said, man, love up your man. You know what I'm saying? Love him up. Little do you know, they be out here fighting for your ass. Maybe not, you know what I'm saying, getting into the physical fights, but, you know, just fighting to achieve their fucking dreams and shit like that. So, ladies, love up your man. Fellas, love up your woman. I ain't got shit else to say, man. I might jump back on later. I need to, thank everyone who tuned in on the Facebook Live. I really appreciate that. A lot of times I don't really realize people pay attention to me, so sometimes I go ghost just because it's like I want to always provide good content. I always want to have something to say or, you know, some positive. So, you know, I'm consistent in certain areas, but when it comes to that type of stuff, I haven't done one in a while. So I appreciate it. Hopefully we can make it move and continue to do something and have a good time while doing it, man. As you can see today, I was talking shit just like I would be talking shit in class, because that's what the fuck I do. So we're going to have a good time. And thank you again, man. Peace out.